100 Civics Questions, Part 4, Q4660 for the U.S. Citizenship Test 2025, Animated Civics Prep. The conference room is now illuminated by soft yellow light as evening approaches. The atmosphere is quieter, more reflective. Mark sips some water and stretches before sitting up, ready for more. Anne offers a nod of encouragement.
You're doing great so far, Mark. This next section is all about national identity, holidays, symbols, rights, and some key historical milestones.
I like this part. It feels more personal, like what it really means to belong here.
That's exactly the right mindset. Let's keep going. Questions 46 through 60. Question 46. Name one state that borders Canada. A. Texas. B. Florida. C. New York.
I think the answer is C. New York.
Correct. New York borders Canada to the north. Other states like Michigan, Washington, and Alaska also share borders with Canada. These borders play a big role in trade and cross-cultural exchange. Question 47. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? A. To print money. B. To give a driver's license. C. To declare war.
I think the answer is B. To give a driver's license.
That's right. While the federal government handles national affairs, states manage things like education, local law enforcement, and driver licensing. It's part of the balance between federal and state powers. Question 48. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? A. Benjamin Franklin. B. George Washington. C. Thomas Jefferson.
I think the answer is C. Thomas Jefferson.
Exactly. Jefferson was the primary author of the Declaration, though others like John Adams and Franklin also contributed. It was adopted in 1776 and laid the foundation for America's freedom. Question 49. Name two national U.S. holidays. A. Halloween and Labor Day. B. New Year's Day and Christmas. C. Easter and Columbus Day.
I think the answer is B. New Year's Day and Christmas.
Correct. These two are federal holidays observed across the country. They reflect moments of reflection and unity for many Americans, regardless of background. Question 50. Who was the first president? A. John Adams. B. George Washington. C. Thomas Jefferson.
I think the answer is B. George Washington.
That's right. Washington became the first U.S. president in 1789. He was admired for his leadership during the Revolutionary War and for setting the precedent of serving only 2 terms. Question 51. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? A. The Civil Rights Act was passed. B. Terrorists attacked the United States. C. The U.S. entered World War II.
I think the answer is B. Terrorists attacked the United States.
Yes, The 9/11 attacks were a tragic turning point in modern history. They led to significant changes in U.S. security policies and left a lasting impact on the world. Question 52. What is freedom of religion? A. You can practice only one religion. B. You can't practice any religion. C. You can practice any religion or not practice a religion.
I think the answer is C. You can practice any religion or not practice a religion.
Exactly. It's a key part of the First Amendment. People are free to follow any faith or no faith at all, without fear of government interference. Question 53. In what month do we vote for president? A. October. B. December. C. November.
I think the answer is C. November.
Correct. Presidential elections are held every 4 years in November, typically on the first Tuesday after the first Monday. Question 54. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? A. The President. B. The United Nations. C. The United States.
I think the answer is C. The United States.
That's right. The pledge is a public expression of loyalty to the U.S. and its flag, which symbolizes the country's values of freedom and justice. Question 55. Why does the flag have 50 stars? A. Because there are 50 states. B. Because there are 50 original colonies. C. Because there are 50 national parks.
I think the answer is A. Because there are 50 states.
Yes, each star represents one of the 50 states. The flag has changed over time, with stars added as new states joined the Union. Question 56. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. A. The Revolutionary War. B. The Civil War. C. The War of 1812.
I think the answer is B. The Civil War.
Correct. The Civil War lasted from 1861 to 1865 and was mainly fought over the issue of slavery. It remains one of the most defining conflicts in U.S. history. Question 57. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? A. The women's suffrage movement. B. The civil rights movement. C. The labor movement.
I think the answer is B. The civil rights movement.
Absolutely. The civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s fought for equal rights for African Americans. It led to landmark legislation like the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Question 58. When was the Constitution written? A. 1800. B. 1776. C. 1787.
I think the answer is C. 1787.
That's correct. The Constitution was written in 1787 during the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia and ratified the following year. It replaced the Articles of Confederation and established the framework for the U.S. government. Question 59. What is the name of the national anthem? A. God Bless America. B. America the Beautiful. C. The Star-Spangled Banner.
I think the answer is C. The Star-Spangled Banner.
Yes, it was written by Francis Scott Key during the War of 1812 and officially adopted as the national anthem in 1931. It reflects the resilience and spirit of the nation. Question 60. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? A. The Supreme Court and the Senate. B. The House of Representatives and the Senate. C. The President and Vice President.
I think the answer is B. The House of Representatives and the Senate.
Exactly. Congress is made up of these two chambers. Together, they draft and pass laws that govern the country. That's another set done, Mark, and you handled it beautifully.
Thanks. I really liked this part. A lot of these questions made me think about what the country stands for, like the anthem, the pledge, and those big historical events.
And that reflection is part of what being a citizen means. Understanding the sacrifices, the freedoms, the shared values, they all come together in this test. But more importantly, they come together in you. You're learning not just the facts, but the meaning behind them.
That's what I want. Not just to pass the test, but to really earn it. To carry the history and the hope that comes with becoming a citizen.
And you're doing exactly that. Let's take a deep breath. Then we can get ready for part 5 when you're ready. We're over halfway through, and you're doing great.
Let's go. I'm excited to finish strong.